Ricardo, I'm at medical. Did you manage to get to comms?
I'm here, but I was too late. Apollo's recovered from the reactor purge and locked out external comms again.
Damn it. So why'd you send me here?
Plan B, Rip. See, before I left, the systems showed a ship approaching Sevastopol. I think it's the Anesidora. Marlow managed to send out his autocodes to call it in while comms were temporarily open.
We've got to get to it. Is it docking?
No, but it's in a holding position nearby. Head for the ambulance bay. The shuttles are really short range, but they'll make it.
Got it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Alien Isolation. So we gotta find a short-range ambulance and get to the Anesidora. So this whole mess-up started. So let's see, if we head up here, very quiet-like, because I think the aliens are now technically stalking us. There's two of them. There are two crabs, they work in pairs, I went to Annapolis for Christ's sakes. Well, let's head in here to, back to the San Cristobal Medical Center. And let's make another medkit just for kicks. Not necessarily this mission, but from after this mission onward is where the game really starts to ramp up the difficulty anyway. Because you'll be facing multiple threats simultaneously, not just androids, but whatever survivors there are left, as well as multiple aliens. So good time, yeah.
I see a launch on my terminal. Marlow's already taken one of the shuttles.
Okay. Again, we can find an ambulance craft. Don't worry about that motion on your tracker. That's Marlow taking a shuttle to the Anesidora. We turn right here, head into the service elevator. And right in this room, research lab. And cut the door here. So we have our iron torch. Immediately put on our gas mask. And we'll find a Nostromo log.
Sounds like the system check went okay. Some ducts still need rewriting, but as I keep getting told, there's not much we can do about it while the Nostromo is in the air. Parker's coming up with the sign-off sheets. But I know Ripley wants to chew his ear about the secondary load unit. I'm gonna stay out of it for now. They know what they're doing. Dallas, Nostromo Captain, signing off.
Alright, there's another Nostromo log we couldn't get previously. Again, it's pretty cool. They found a lot of the original actors from the first Alien movie and brought them back to do some voiceover work, including Tom Skerritt, who played Captain Dallas. So just ran through that fire there.
Bates really did a number on this place.
Okay, we need to get to the other side, to the ambulance bay there. I think this is a place where the alien can technically show up, or the aliens. So you gotta be careful. And I think the aliens, even late in the game here, are still savvy to some of your tips and tricks. Because I mentioned, the way the artificial intelligence behavior trees are designed is that it seems like the alien is learning from your little diversions and whatever tricks you set for it, but in reality, it's just unlocking new parts of the behavior tree that were previously locked, even late in the game.
I'm going to catch you.
We got a hazmat Joe here, so we'll try to get past him.
Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocol?
How about you walk towards me past these two gurneys and I just skirt around them? Luckily the Joes are pretty slow. So anyway, again, even though I have not used many noisemakers and distraction devices, I think the aliens are still, you know, kind of, they'll figure it out pretty quickly. You may be asking, like, you know, why is that? Because, you know, we got rid of that alien back in KG 348, you know, the big lab that we jettisoned first alien in. But remember, the aliens operate off sort of a hive intelligence, like an insect hive. So more than likely that one alien that we initially got rid of, it probably, you know, sent some information, the flashbang blueprint there, version 3. Probably sent some of the stuff it learned to the other members of the hive, essentially. So even though these are not the same aliens chasing us that chased us in the first part of the game, they probably have some hive knowledge of your little tricks. Now we can get upgraded level 3 access tuner. Now that we have this, we can actually access all the parts of the map of the game. ID tag right there. So after we finish this mission, then mission 16, the next one will be us backtracking a lot to various places and getting little collectibles we couldn't access previously. So we'll be using all the skills we've learned thus far to survive.
Coordinates already in the system. Just punch the dash.
What about you?
Alright, here's the ambulance, the shuttle. Let's punch it, Bishop. Move it, Spunkmeyer, we're rolling. Well, the Anesidora is nearby. It's not directly docked at the station. Some of those exterior textures are a little bit low res.
Ricardo, can you hear me?
Out of range. Not sure how much longer the link's gonna last. How much longer the link's gonna last.
Okay, well here we are on the ship where it all started. There are no aliens in this first part, so we don't have to worry about anything jumping out and attacking us. We need to explore the Anesidora. We know that Marlow has already arrived on board, so he should be around here somewhere. We gotta bring her systems back online. There's clearly still some power going through it. Some, I don't know, backup lights or something have kicked on. RG-156 group handle with care. Okay.
I think we may have broken our losing streak. We've barely been scraping a living the past couple of years, and the Anesidora is starting to look like the wrecks we salvage. Can't say the crew's been faring any better. Then we found that flight recorder. It belongs to a ship, the Nostromo, Weyland-Yutani property. That means there'll be a reward. But then Marlow had an even better idea. Extrapolate the path of the flight recorder to try to find the wreck of the Nostromo. We got lucky. Found a distress signal, and now we're following it. This is it. I can feel it in my bones. He always said he'd do right by me.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they found out the hard way what that distress signal was. Yep, you did right, that's for sure. Caused another infestation aboard another space station. Another outbreak of aliens. Always interesting looking at these kind of orange little lockers or cubby holes or whatever you want to call them. I guess they're standard, even though this is not the same ship as the Nostromo. Alright, let's see what's on this terminal here. Signal detected. Marlow. Hayes says he's picked up some kind of signal. I've got Lewis trying to decode it now. Could be the Nostromo. Want to come up and see for yourself? Technician's report. 10:24:21:37. Marlow, I just had to do some much-needed work on the sublight engines. The old girl was complaining so loudly, I'm surprised something didn't fall off during the last jump. Everything's holding together for now, but she'll need a full overhaul soon. Not just the core systems. We keep pushing her like this, and we're gonna end up being the only salvage crew hitchhiking through deep space. It's gonna be an expensive job, so let's hope you're right about that beacon. It could be our last chance to get for a decent paycheck. Anyway, I had to reset the door code afterwards. The new one is 4510. Lewis. Okay, well, this thing's being held together by spit and duct tape and baling wire. Yeah, chewed up pieces of bubblegum. What else do you think's holding it together?
We're outside Sevastopol. Marlow and Foster woke up first. She looked terrible. Meeks and me are about to take a shuttle to the station. But well, this has got to break quarantine procedures, right? It's Marlow's ship. She's Marlow's wife. And things got heated. And Meeks got a bloody nose. So, I don't know. Maybe the doctors will give her the all clear and things can get to normal. But if they sniff it out when we get on board, I don't want any part of it. Marlow doesn't pay nearly enough for that kind of noise.
Break quarantine? Quarantine's the word they use here in the alien universe? That's just silly. No, quarantine doesn't exist. Let infectious diseases all over the place, including biological hazards. Alright, we have to start up these generators. Spinny yellow lights go down into the thingies and start up the things, and yeah. Well, you know it must be working if there's arcing electricity here. That doesn't seem very safe. And the other things go down, and this thing pops out from the center, and you have to do a thing with it. This is why I'm not an engineer. Well, I guess that started the power back up again. It's making noises and sparks, so it must be working.
Ricardo, in case you're hearing me, I've got the Anesidora's basic power systems back online. Doors should be open. Hopefully some light. Still no sign of Marlow.
Hey, Ripley. Welcome to the Anesidora.
Marlow? Where are you, Marlow?
Thanks for switching the power back on. You saved me a job. I only needed it offline temporarily. I had some things to fix.
So he just knows it's Ripley, I guess. Gotta get to Marlow here. Yep, we'll head this way.
Maybe you want to join my crew. Plenty of free spots.
Ripley, Marlow never crossed me. He said he'd give me all the data he had on the creature so I could take it to the company, but he...
Taylor? Taylor! Marlow, what are you doing?
What no one else seems prepared to do. Come find me, Ripley. I got something for you.
Yep, and that's the one major threat you'll face. There's still a rogue facehugger in here. So that was Taylor. Marlow said he'd hand over the information on the alien they had, but said nope. So was Taylor planning to turn that information over for the company, of course? Alright, Sebastopol, log 543374. Where was that attached itself to Foster is dead? I found it on the floor by her bed, all curled up like a spider. Foster said she felt fine, but I insisted on putting her into hypersleep. That thing must have done something to her, but maybe I can slow the process. Sebastopol is the nearest station I'm going to get her checked out. Quarantine will be a problem, but I figure the Nostromo flight recorder may be the ticket in. Whatever we have to do. Ah, so they just happened to be in the vicinity of Sebastopol, and that was the nearest hospital, huh?
Anesidora, this is Marshal Waits of Sevastopol. Officially, I should deny your request to dock. Sevastopol is currently being decommissioned, and I can't compromise security for unscheduled vessels. However, in the light of the property you found, I will allow a small number of your crew to dock via a short-range shuttle. I must remind you that Sevastopol is entitled to a cut of any reward for return of said property once it's on station. Let me know your decision. Waits out.
Oh gee, it's always quid pro quo with these guys, isn't it? Yep. You can have this if we can have that. Well, had they chosen just to deny them entry onto the station, we could have avoided this whole thing. And they could have had their own little alien Nostromo scenario on the Anesidora. But alas, they had to bring the creature on board, and it gestated and probably killed God knows how many people on the station already. These darn space truckers aren't following proper procedure. Getting everybody killed.
That was stupid of me. Stupid. You don't beat this thing, Ripley. You can't. All you can do is refuse to engage. You gotta wipe out every trace, destroy any clue, stop its infection from spreading, make sure there's no chance of the human race ever making contact with it again. Because the moment it makes contact, it's won. The company's never gonna know what happened here. Nobody is. I won't allow it.
Well, you got the right idea, Marlow. Let's just nuke the site from orbit, huh? It's the only way to be sure. Alright, we gotta use this terminal here. You can see the flight recorder data that we've been searching for all this time.
padded report, personal message. This is for my daughter. Hi, Amanda. I'm recording this for you, my sweetheart, and I hope you get to hear it one day. You see, I got into trouble. My ship, there was an accident, sweetheart, and we found an alien creature. It was very dangerous, and the only way we could stop it was to destroy the ship. I'm okay. I'm stuck on this lifeboat, long way out. But we had to destroy the ship. We had to destroy the Nostromo. We just couldn't risk bringing that thing home with us. I needed to protect you. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'm sure I'll see you very soon. I love you, sweetheart.
Well, that was what was on the flight recorder.
My God.
And there's Marlow and Taylor.
Now you understand.
What's Marlow doing here?
Overload the fusion reactor.
That'll turn the reactor into a goddamn nuke. You'll destroy the ship and the station.
It'll annihilate every trace of that creature. Ripley, it's the only way. I can't let it live. And I'm not letting the company have it, or they'll just start the whole thing over again.
Yep, Marlow's got the right idea. Blowing this thing up, saving the rest of the galaxy from that alien.
Listen to me! We don't have to do this!
Stop! Stop it, Marlow!
Marlow, please.
You heard what your mother did. She understood. If she was here, she'd be helping me. You think she would want company suits knowing the zip code of that creature? No one must know.
There are still people alive on the station! Marlow!
Foster's not. She was my wife. I loved her. And I killed her.
I think I was too late. He set it going. He set it going!
Taylor, I'll stop the overload. You have to help me. Go to that console.
Warning. Fusion reactor overload in progress.
Open the fusion system so I can work on them.
What?
I need power sent to the auxiliary generator. Look for the letters AUX.
I found it!
Okay, you're doing good, Taylor. Now switch the maintenance terminal from auto to manual. Do you see it?
I can't find it!
It'll be there, Taylor. Trust me. That's it.
Of course, in the Aliens universe, you can overload nuclear reactors and make them blow up like a nuclear bomb, even though that can't actually happen, but never mind that.
Fusion reactor overload suppressed. Safety limiters restored. Oh God. You did it! Something's happening. I don't understand. Primary systems collapse. Total system-wide cascade failure.
Fuck! Marlow forced an overload. The ship's gonna tear itself apart.
Critical collapse. Critical collapse.
Well, there goes Taylor. I guess that ties up that loose end. Ship mechanic taking the secrets of the creature back to the company. Now now we just have to get out of here. We now have 15 seconds to reach minimum safe distance.